Okay, so it's working. Okay, so the last couple that I want to show you, which I put on the in-class assignment too, is what if you have something like this and you're asked to find what that conic section is and to draw the graph? Well, hopefully everybody will memorize now a black list. Now you have a red list and a black list. So memorize the black list. It'll be sitting on your test. Rip that sheet out and start simplifying this thing so it looks like one of the equations off the black list. This is a circle. Why is it a circle? Well, I have the black list sitting in front of me, and I can tell you that if the A doesn't equal the B, it's going to be an ellipse, right? But the A does equal the B, and it's a plus sign. So by process of elimination, it must be a circle. Can't be an ellipse. Can it be a hyperbola? What has to happen if it's a hyperbola? Krishna? Minus sign.
It has to be what?
A minus sign between the two. So no, it can't be the hyperbola. So you can cross out the hyperbola from the list. So it's either an ellipse or a circle. Can't be an ellipse because the A and the B are not the same in an ellipse. So therefore, by process of elimination, it's a circle.
So what do you mean by making that sign?
One more time. Louder.
What do you mean about the A and B doesn't equal each other?
Well, in the ellipse, the A that's under the A squared and the B squared that's underneath the X, X squared over A squared plus Y squared over B squared is equal to 1. If the A doesn't equal the B, it's an ellipse. If the A equals the B, it's a circle. And in this case, the A equals the B. They're the same. By the way, I should warn you, we have a stalker in the other class. I don't know if he's watching our current videos, but maybe we want to say hi to him. Hi, Benny. Okay. Put into standard form by multiplying both sides by 7. That's the first step. It's very weird. He really watches all the videos. He's doing it for fun. You guys are signed up and you're unpleasantly doing it. For fun, he's doing it. So I multiply everything through by 7. Because I need to clear that 7 from the bottom to make it look like the standard equation of a circle. I already figured out it's a circle, so I'm going to make it look like the formula on the black list. So that's what I get. Find the center. How do I find the center? Well, I have to, again, make it look like the thing on the black list. And the black list, the way the formula is set up is it has an x minus x0 quantity squared, a y minus y0 quantity squared, and something here squared. That's the way it is. So pretend that black list is sitting right in front of you so that you can see it. And it will be because you have to actually answer that question on the test anyway, so it'll be sitting in front of you. So you just look at it and say, how do I make it look like that equation on the black list? And that tells me that this is the x0, this is the y0, so the center of that circle is where? 0, 0. So I get that right. And what's the r? What's the radius? Right, I wrote it like the r squared. What would be the r? Radical 7, right, square root of 7. And then you sketch the graph. I copied the previous thing, so if you were taking notes, it's there on the top. So I got my center, 0, 0. And square root of 7 is around 2.6. I cranked it on a high-powered computer algebra system that does algebra for you and calculus for you, and I used it to find the square root of a number. It's 2.6. And I plot the center, and I plot out enough around 2.6. I'm not the best artist. So what I did is I always draw the quarter of the circle first. So I make it so that this edge here is about 2.6, this length here, and I make this length here about 2.6, and then I just make a little circle around it. So I make a quarter of it, then I know I've at least got a quarter of it, and then I can sketch out the rest. And now it looks like any circle I draw looks like an ellipse. You have the wrong teacher for drawing nice things for geometry. So I mean, these are the kind of tricks I used to satisfy my teachers that I knew what I was doing, that they understood that whatever it looked like, it might look like an ellipse, but I know that it's a circle. I would actually draw out that the radius is, mark up my graphs. Now when you do this, I don't have this on this rubric on the in-class assignment, I just realized it that now I need this. I will have that you have to label your axes. Otherwise I don't know if you know what the radius is. I need to know that you know that. So on the rubric will be that your axes are numbered so I can see them.
What do you mean number, like one?
Like I did, right? I labeled, I got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Some people just go without drawing. And I gotta warn you, last semester I had it on the rubric that they lose, I started even telling them you'll lose everything if I can't see if you haven't labeled it, because how do I know it? You can just look over at someone else's quiz and go, oh, they're drawing a circle, and just put a circle on yours. I don't know. So he said he knew what he's doing, but he didn't label his axes. He said, I'm sorry, it's on the rubric, I can't. Anybody who did that, now I'm tied by that. That's the only problem about having the rubric. I may even think and believe you know it, but I can't go beyond that because it's on the paper. So then I have to make judgment calls. Like, this guy really knew it, and that guy really didn't know, and that guy really did know it. I can't do that. That's not fair. Okay, is it clear what you have to do? This is another one. What I'll do is I'll post this PowerPoint on Canvas, and you can look at all the problems. They're more of the same thing. Question?
On the last one, I said 4, it said draw 1.
Let's see. Draw a quarter. 1/4 of the circle. I mean, you don't have to do that if you draw better than I do. That's how I do it. So it's very clear where the circle's coming from. Okay, any other questions?